The National Electrical Code, or NECA, serves as the primary standard for electrical installations across the United States. However, it's important to note that the NEC primarily focuses on safety and functionality rather than providing explicit standards for finish and precise placement. The National Electrical Contractors Association, or NECA, is a professional organization dedicated to electrical contractors. NECA offers an electrical estimating and bidding guide containing valuable recommendations for effective bidding practices and estimating factors. While this guide offers general assistance, it does not specifically address finish and placement standards. Local building codes are an important factor to consider when discussing electrical installations, as they may include additional requirements, including standards for finish and placement. It's crucial to remember that these requirements are not universal and can vary significantly from one jurisdiction to another. In situations where specific standards are lacking, electrical contractors often rely on industry best practices for finish and placement. These best practices are influenced by the nature of the installation, the types of materials being used, and the specific needs of the project. To effectively address concerns related to finish and placement tolerances during the bidding process, it's recommended to incorporate specific requirements directly into the bid documents. For example, you could specify that all outlet heights must be within 1/4 of an inch of the specified height, that outlet should be installed level and square within 1/8 of an inch, and that trim pieces for recessed lighting must be flush with the ceiling surface within 1/16 of an inch. By clearly stating these requirements, you ensure that all contractors bidding on the project are fully aware of your expectations and can accurately estimate their costs accordingly. Ensuring that contractors possess the capabilities to meet your stringent finish and placement requirements is crucial. To achieve this, consider the following: 1. Request references from previous clients who have commissioned similar work. 2. Carefully review the contractor's portfolio to assess the quality of their finished projects. And 3. Conduct thorough interviews to discuss their experience and the specific approaches they take to achieve desired finish and placement results. By rigorously qualifying contractors based on their demonstrated abilities to meet your standards, you significantly increase the likelihood of a high-quality electrical installation. The need for precision in electrical installations extends to various aspects, including the alignment and leveling of fixtures, the straightness of conduit runs, and the neatness of wiring terminations. Factors like the type of building, the client's expectations, and the overall design aesthetic play a significant role in determining the acceptable level of precision. When creating bid documents, it's essential to provide comprehensive details regarding desired tolerances, referencing industry standards or best practices when appropriate. This clarity helps contractors understand your expectations and accurately factor the necessary labor and materials into their bids. During the bidding process, it's advisable to request contractors to provide detailed explanations of their approach to achieving the required level of precision. This includes outlining their methods for layout, installation, and quality control. Evaluating these explanations helps you assess their understanding and capabilities. Regular communication and collaboration with the electrical contractor throughout the project are vital to ensure that finish and placement requirements are consistently met. This involves conducting on-site inspections, promptly addressing any deviations, and proactively resolving potential issues. To facilitate objective assessment, it's beneficial to establish clear metrics for evaluating finish and placement quality. These metrics can include dimensional tolerances, alignment criteria, and visual appearance standards. Utilizing these metrics during inspections ensures consistent and unbiased evaluations. The NEC doesn't offer specific guidelines for finish and placement tolerances. It mainly focuses on safety and proper electrical function. This means aspects like wire sizing, overcurrent protection, grounding, and wiring methods are covered extensively, while aesthetic details are not. NECA, as a professional organization for electrical contractors, offers resources like the National Electrical Installation Standards (NES). These standards provide guidelines for various aspects of electrical installations, potentially including some recommendations related to neatness and workmanship, though not necessarily precise finish and placement tolerances. Local jurisdictions often adopt and adapt the NEC, and they might introduce amendments or additional requirements. These local codes could potentially include specific standards for acceptable workmanship and finish in electrical installations, although this is not always the case. Some high-end projects or clients might demand a certain level of aesthetic quality that goes beyond the minimum requirements of the NEC or local codes. In such instances, the project specifications should clearly define the expected level of finish and any specific tolerances for placement. The absence of explicit standards doesn't mean that electrical contractors can disregard the appearance of their work. Industry best practices emphasize neat and professional installations. This includes ensuring that boxes are properly aligned, wiring is neatly bundled and secured, and overall workmanship is of high quality. When bidding on projects, it's important to carefully consider the level of finish and placement that will be expected. If the project demands a higher level of precision and aesthetic quality, the bid should reflect the additional time, effort, and materials required to achieve those results. Open communication between the client, the architect or designer, and the electrical contractor is crucial. This helps to ensure that everyone has a shared understanding of the desired level of finish and placement and that the contractor can accurately price the work. If a project requires adherence to specific tolerances or aesthetic standards, these requirements should be clearly documented in the contract. This helps to avoid misunderstandings and provides a basis for resolving any disputes that may arise. The level of acceptable tolerance can significantly impact the cost of an electrical installation. Tighter tolerances generally require more time, skill, and attention to detail, which translates to higher labor costs. More precise measurements and layout techniques may also necessitate the use of specialized tools and equipment, further adding to the project expenses. The selection of materials can influence the overall appearance and finish of an electrical installation. Using higher quality materials that are more aesthetically pleasing may increase the project cost, but it can also enhance the final result. The complexity of the project can also affect the level of precision that can be reasonably achieved. Intricate designs or challenging site conditions may make it more difficult to maintain tight tolerances, potentially requiring adjustments to the initial specifications or the adoption of specialized techniques. Clearly defined expectations are critical for avoiding disputes and ensuring client satisfaction. By thoroughly discussing the desired level of finish and placement with the client, the electrical contractor can establish a clear understanding of their expectations and manage their perceptions accordingly. Regular communication throughout the project is essential for keeping the client informed of progress, addressing any concerns, and ensuring that the final result aligns with their vision. Documenting all agreements and specifications in writing is vital for protecting the interests of both the client and the contractor. A well-written contract should clearly outline the scope of work, the expected level of finish, the acceptable tolerances, and the procedures for resolving any disputes. By carefully considering these factors, electrical contractors can effectively manage client expectations, deliver high-quality work, and avoid costly misunderstandings. Remember that quality electrical work is an investment. Cutting corners to save money can lead to safety hazards, functional problems, and aesthetic disappointments. Choosing a qualified and experienced electrical contractor who is committed to excellence is essential for ensuring a successful project. Electrical codes and standards are constantly evolving to reflect advancements in technology and best practices. Staying up to date on the latest requirements is crucial for electrical contractors to ensure that their work is safe, compliant, and of the highest quality. Many electrical contractors pursue continuing education and professional development opportunities to enhance their skills and knowledge. This demonstrates a commitment to excellence and a dedication to providing clients with the best possible service. When selecting an electrical contractor, consider their certifications, licenses, and affiliations with professional organizations. These credentials can provide assurance of their competence and professionalism. Checking online reviews and testimonials can provide valuable insights into the experiences of other clients who have worked with the contractor. This can help you assess their reputation and track record. Requesting references from previous clients allows you to speak directly with individuals who have first-hand experience with the contractor's work. This can provide valuable information about their reliability, quality, and customer service. The electrical contractor should be able to clearly explain the scope of work, the materials they will be using, and the timeline for completion. They should also be able to answer any questions you may have about the project. A reputable electrical contractor will provide a detailed written estimate that includes a breakdown of the costs for labor, materials, and any other expenses. This estimate should be clear, concise, and easy to understand. A well-written contract should outline the scope of work, the payment schedule, the insurance coverage, and the procedures for resolving any disputes. Before signing any contract, be sure to read it carefully and understand all of the terms and conditions. The electrical contractor should be properly licensed and insured to protect you from liability in case of accidents or damages. Verify their credentials with the appropriate licensing authorities. The electrical contractor should obtain all necessary permits before starting any work. This ensures that the installation complies with local codes and regulations. The electrical contractor should follow all safety precautions to protect themselves and your property during the installation. This includes wearing appropriate personal protective equipment and using safe work practices. The electrical contractor should perform a thorough inspection of the installation after it is complete to ensure that everything is working properly. They should also provide you with instructions on how to operate and maintain the system. A reputable electrical contractor will stand behind their work and offer a warranty on both labor and materials. This provides you with peace of mind knowing that you are protected in case of any problems. By following these tips, you can select a qualified and experienced electrical contractor who will provide you with a safe, reliable, and aesthetically pleasing electrical installation. In the realm of electrical installations, the pursuit of excellence extends far beyond basic functionality. While safety remains paramount, the aesthetic aspects of workmanship and the meticulous attention to detail in finish and placement play an increasingly vital role in meeting the expectations of discerning clients and enhancing the overall quality of the built environment. To ensure that electrical installations not only meet the stringent requirements of safety codes but also align with aesthetic preferences and design specifications, a comprehensive approach is required that encompasses clear communication, detailed planning, skilled execution, and rigorous quality control. This involves close collaboration between architects, designers, electrical contractors, and clients to establish a shared understanding of the desired level of finish and placement, the acceptable tolerances, and the specific materials and techniques to be employed. Detailed specifications incorporating industry best practices and relevant standards should be integrated into the project documentation to provide clear guidance for the electrical contractor and ensure that all parties are aligned on the expected outcome. During the bidding process, electrical contractors should be evaluated not only on their price but also on their experience, expertise, and commitment to quality workmanship. Requesting references, reviewing portfolios, and conducting interviews can help assess their capabilities and their understanding of the project's aesthetic requirements. Once a contractor is selected, ongoing communication and collaboration are essential. Regular site meetings, inspections, and progress updates allow for early detection and correction of any deviations from the specified finish and placement standards. Open dialogue between the contractor and the client or designer ensures that any concerns are addressed promptly and that the final result aligns with their vision. The pursuit of excellence in electrical installations also necessitates the use of high-quality materials and tools, as well as the adoption of advanced techniques and technologies. Precise layout tools, laser levels, and digital measuring devices enable accurate placement and alignment of electrical components. Skilled electricians employ their expertise and attention to detail to ensure that wiring is neatly routed, connections are properly made, and fixtures are securely mounted. Quality control inspections are performed at various stages of the installation to identify and rectify any imperfections. These inspections verify that wiring is correctly sized and insulated, that boxes are properly grounded, and that all components are installed in accordance with applicable codes and standards. In addition to technical proficiency, a commitment to professionalism and customer service is essential for electrical contractors. They should be responsive to client inquiries, provide clear and concise explanations, and address any concerns promptly and effectively. A positive attitude, a willingness to go the extra mile, and a dedication to client satisfaction can significantly enhance the overall project experience. By embracing these principles, electrical contractors can elevate their work beyond mere functionality and create installations that are not only safe and reliable, but also visually appealing and aesthetically pleasing. This commitment to excellence enhances the value of the property, strengthens the contractor's reputation, and contributes to the overall quality of the built environment. The electrical installations are often hidden behind walls and ceilings, but their impact on the functionality and aesthetics of a building is undeniable. By prioritizing quality workmanship, meticulous attention to detail, and a commitment to client satisfaction, electrical contractors can transform these hidden systems into a source of pride and value.